The world is awaiting the decision of a Russian court in the trial of Nadiya Savchenko, a 34-year-old Ukrainian Army pilot captured while serving in eastern Ukraine. One America's Neil W. McCabe has won her trial.
Ukrainian Army pilot Nadiya Savchenko, who served with American forces in Iraq, was captured in June 2014 by pro-Russian separatists and transferred to Russia, where she was charged with the murder of 2 Russian journalists. Charges her lawyer, Ilya Navikov, told One American News in an exclusive interview are baseless.
Somebody in Russian investigative committee, or maybe in Federal Security Service, FSB, decided that that's a great case, a great chance to make a show trial.
Navikov said Savchenko was captured at least 1 hour before the artillery attack that killed the 2 Russian journalists at a military checkpoint. An artillery attack that Savchenko is accused of directing with the intent of killing the journalists. Stephen Pifer, who served as President Bill Clinton's ambassador to Ukraine, told One American News Savchenko's trial is a miscarriage of justice, especially because her servant was not allowed to submit evidence.
I think there's a lot of evidence to suggest, A, that she had nothing to do with it, but even the story that the Russians present would have been seen as, not necessarily an attack on the journalists.
Ambassador Pifer, now a senior fellow at the Washington-based Brookings Institute, said he is satisfied with efforts by President Barack Obama to secure Savchenko's release.
There's certainly limits on how much the U.S. can do. I think it's appropriate for the U.S. government. President Obama apparently raised Savchenko's case in a recent phone call with President Putin.
In a classic show trial from the Soviet days, the lawyers said the accused would admit guilt.
She is, somebody can call her stubborn, somebody can call her arrogant, but she's very upright, she's very self-confident. She cannot say a word of lie, even in order to preserve her life.
Savchenko has ended her 90-day hunger strike as she awaits the decision of the Russian court. And her lawyer, Navikov, told One American News she refuses to appeal a guilty verdict and will force the Russians to act on her conviction. Neil W. McCabe, One American News, Washington.